Greetings, Rigil Agateiades here, and it's the time of the year for a pool dive. Suddenly got a random water map yesterday. Of course, I'm not letting this chance go to get some top-notch swimming club gameplay. The suit we're on today is the support type mobile suit, Zaku Mariner, this time at level 2 for this 450 cost match. You may have seen the Zaku Mariner before on normal games, and that's because it's not a bad suit at all, even when on dry land. But when it's underwater, it's an absolute menace. It is very easy to tell when there's a Zaku Mariner on the enemy team. Whenever there's a Zaku Mariner, there's guaranteed to be an abnormal number of missiles flying around. And they all hurt like a truck. The signature weapon of the Zaku Mariner is the Sub-Rock Missile. With 3 different weapons that fire them, the Zaku Mariner can provide a seemingly endless barrage of these missiles. While each missile doesn't hurt that much, and the unique projectile curve make them very hard to hit, you compensate for that with sheer numbers. So, what are the 3 different missile launchers? The main one you use is the back Sub-Rock launcher. This launcher fires 8 missiles full auto and does a tremendous 650 damage each, even before taking into account of your ranged attack. Each missile also staggers for a whopping 35% and can be fired while on thrusters. Downside being it fires high up from your back first before diving forwards, taking a very long time to reach the target. With a range of 450 meters, it's your weapon of choice when dealing major damage to enemies far away, like a normal support type. Doesn't mean you can't use it for enemies up close. With poor firing accuracy and a surprisingly wide blast radius, instead of trying to aim at a point, it's more effective to fire them in an area like this. And there's nothing better than a group of targets. Rain the missiles from above, and when the back Sub-Rock launcher empties, there's the shoulder Sub-Rock launcher for even more Sub-Rock missiles. The shoulder Sub-Rock launcher is almost the same as the back Sub-Rock launcher. Same handling characteristics and projectile, except it has a shorter range, smaller mag, less stagger, and less damage per missile. But in practice, you don't even know which one you're using, because you just keep swapping between the two. And as if that's not enough missiles, the third weapon on the Zaku Mariner is the handheld Sub-Rock launcher. Firing 4 missiles per trigger pull, these Sub-Rock missiles do the same damage as your shoulder missiles, but this time, they steer. Instead of firing in the weird upwards motion, the handheld launcher fires horizontally and then towards your cursor. While the steer is minimal, it is a lot easier to hit close enemies with these missiles than the upward ones. Still, it takes 6 missiles to stagger anyone, so in terms of staggering close enemies, you don't have anything to reliably do so. The solution is simple. Don't stand so close. Since the missiles can't hit close things, why not just step back and let the sheer numbers do the job? With our custom part setup, the reload time of the missile launchers are reduced to a mere 6.7 seconds, meaning you can provide a seamless barrage of missiles. And as the missiles always hit the ground, you're cracking all the feet within your area of fire. You'll see what I mean when you've gone against one. In the meantime, frontline is gone and it's our turn to run. Nero Trainer comes dashing straight at us, take our missile barrage. And if that doesn't do the job, our magnet Harken. With high performance balancers, this suit can surprise unexpected enemies with a sudden strong stagger before continuing the barrage of missiles dashing backwards, almost getting a kill before we finally go down. First respawn, and immediately we find a juicy target for our missiles. Zogok 2 occupied in a melee fight and is a full barrage hit. Zogok pretty much gone, and then our missiles find the 1 ward next to him. As the missiles don't stagger teammates, we can fire them without holding back at all, as our team gangs on the poor 1 ward for a very quick kill. Regarding the missiles, one more thing to add. While the back and the shoulder missile launchers can be fired on thrusters, you can't do that on the handheld Sub-Rock launcher, until you get underwater. As an aquatic suit, we also get aquatic mobile shooting, a skill that makes you able to fire weapons while on thrusters. In combination with underwater compatibility, we have the mobility of a raid type as long as we're submerged, making sure no one gets away from our barrage of missiles. Doesn't mean we can get away from 4 enemies though. Jump scare from the enemy and we get absolutely hammered. Tackle didn't get a counter, but at least buys us enough time for a shoulder tackle down attack. Second respawn, and we immediately spot a narrow trainer. You all know where he's heading. Immediately run to our teammate for help. They manage to get him staggered and is a full missile barrage. The damage on these missiles are nuts to compensate for how hard they are to hit, so it's only crazier when they all hit. Move on to the next target since we have an unending missile supply, and the mess is what we like the most. Multiple targets in the same area not moving around, that's the perfect recipe for a missile barrage. Even though we can't see them, we can guess their positions with their health bars, not like we have to hit accurately, and that's almost 2 whole barrages of full hits. Of course, our rampage doesn't end there. There's absolutely no reason to stop firing on the Zaku Mariner, since you can fire even while you're on the move, and reloading isn't a thing. The only time you would stop is to get the bonus damage from crouching. Teammate gets a counter, that's a guaranteed barrage there, and we crouch for the extra 5% damage boost. Typing disadvantage against the narrow trainer overcame with sheer firepower. Usually when you're underwater, your radar range is reduced by 50%, but thanks to underwater compatibility, we don't have that. Easily spot the general type above and is another full hit. If this suit needs anything, it's a nerf. We hit another smaller barrage and it's another assist down the back. Move up with our missile launcher locked and loaded. Adex sees us and immediately backs up. Wise choice. And then the narrow trainer shows up. Of course we back down, but you're not expecting this magnet, Harken! Oh shit. Expect nothing less from a Zaku Mariner as we easily rock up the top chart. An absolute menace already even when on dry land, the Zaku Mariner can bring devastation with its sheer number of missiles. And when it's underwater, there's no running away from the sub-rock missiles launched from outside your radar range. Put on the 2 quick loaders and be ready to annihilate groups of enemies at once. That's it from me today. Latest.